I do want to follow up the previous video with this really quickly from Joshua 23, starting in verse 5. The Lord your God himself will drive them out of your way. Mind you, this is Joshua talking to the people of Israel. They've kind of gotten into the promised land. They're not being attacked. They haven't taken possession of the land, but they've got a good stronghold, good foothold. So God will push them out before you, and you will take possession of their land, as the Lord your God promised you. Be very strong. Be careful to obey all that is written in the book of the law of Moses, without turning aside to the right or to the left. Do not associate with these nations that remain among you. Do not invoke the names of their gods or swear by them. You must not serve them or bow down to them, but you are to hold fast to the Lord your God, as you have until now. The Lord has driven out before you great and powerful nations. To this day, no one has been able to withstand you. One of you routs 1,000, because the Lord your God fights for you, just as he promised. So be very careful and love the Lord your God. But if you turn away and ally yourself with the survivors of these nations that remain among you, and if you intermarry with them and associate with them, then you may be sure that the Lord your God will no longer drive out those nations before you. Instead, they will become snares and traps for you, whips on your backs and thorns in your eyes, until you perish from this good land, which the Lord your God has given you. While Adam was put in charge of the garden, essentially to act as God, to carry out God's plans, we were given authority. Jesus restored that. So the interesting question is, at what point are we just focused on God and allowing him to push out the snares, the people, the things? At what point is God working things out ahead of us? And at what point are we asserting authority? Because from this passage, it doesn't seem like the Israelites really had to fight hard to take the land. They only did because they were compromising. They weren't following the commands of God. So my challenge is start asking God the question of, okay, what battles am I fighting? And which ones are you fighting for me? Because do we need to go and find the resources and find the provisions that we think we need in this life? Or are we simply focusing on God? Okay, I'm taking Sabbath. Okay, I'm tithing even when I don't have the money. What are the decisions that we're making? And are we going to see God show up in them? I just hope that each person's able to listen and get something from that passage, because for me, it's speaking volumes that are frightening. But I really need to shift my focus more to the things that I do know God has and stop focusing on what the world has.